I just kind of thought that you guys might be getting kind of tired. So there was a week about a month ago, there was 1 week where there were 3 very startling headlines in the newspapers. One was, baby bird challenged with 2 heads, 3 beaks. Sightings of poisonous octopuses on the rise off Japanese coast. And radioactive bluefin tuna across the Pacific to the U.S. So I saw these 3 headlines, and I thought, you know, what is happening in our world? And I realized that a lot of it had to do with you know, our misuse of the environment and global warming. And it's certainly a topic for a documentary, but I felt like I didn't want to sort of tackle that and make a big long documentary that I'd have to fundraise for, and it would take years. And so I thought, you know, I could write a little script. So I read these articles, wrote a little script. It's sort of part of that handout. It's like a 5-page script. You know, I know a lot of people who are actors. I've got a camera, my friend edits, and I just thought, rather than try and make this big sort of heavy piece that's going to take a lot of time to fundraise, I could make a short and kind of funny piece which brings attention to at least one of these issues. So the issue that I chose was the bluefin tuna, since so many people love tuna and tuna fish, and I'm not trying to scare you guys about eating tuna fish. It's just it was sort of alarming that this tuna fish had debris from Fukushima, which happened like a year and a half ago, and that he was carrying particles from sort of the fallout. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to sort of address that issue, but not in a hit you over the head kind of way, but in a sort of make you aware, but in kind of a whimsical, through a whimsical kind of script and film. So, you know, I read these articles a month ago, I wrote the script, now I'm calling people up to find out if anyone wants to be in this. You know, we'll basically spend an afternoon rehearsing. It's just a 5-page script. We'll shoot it in an evening. It'll take a few days to edit. It doesn't take too long to edit when you've got a script. Documentary can take years to edit because there's usually no script. You're usually just looking at hours and hours of footage and trying to piece the story together. So that's what I'm working on.
And you're giving us the script.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone, you know, I'm not sure if anyone's interested just sort of like in that process, you know, the idea of seeing a couple of articles and then what can happen after that. But that's the process. Yeah. Anyone else?
What is your favorite topic, or what's your favorite film that you've done?
I think it would probably have to be Someone Sang for Me, but Jane Sapp. I loved working with her, and I loved working with the kids. And when I got to see sort of what happened after she worked with those kids for years, how they had confidence that they hadn't had at the beginning of the program, how they stayed in school. Part of the program was that they had to stay in school, and they had to try to, if their grades were low, they had to try to bring their grades up, and then they could be in her group, the Voices of Today. And so all those kids stayed in school. You know, most of them graduated, and a few of them went on to college, and it was just lovely to see.
I remember in my elementary school, we had an art class and a music class, and everybody really loved the art class because our art teacher was just the most fantastic person. And then they cut it. And we must have wept for days because they cut this art class. And people were more depressed. There wasn't as much to look forward to in your day. Yeah. It was, you know, it used to be that I'm going to come to school today because we're doing something super awesome in art. And now it was like, I should really get out of bed. Same old thing.
Yeah, that's so true, and it's the experience that many can have. You know, the arts are being taught, and phys ed are being taught, and you know, it's really hard. I mean, I think we're people, and we need to be educated in many different ways. And you know, even if you love the sciences and math, participating in the arts gets your brain to kind of think in creative ways. So you might be able to think more creatively worked on a picture or made sculpture. I think it's all connected.
Wait,
Sure.
so you know how Einstein was all like smart? And he did all that stuff? When he was a kid, he was terrible at math, but the one thing that he was absolutely wonderful at was using the violin.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I know, I remember hearing that he was terrible in math, which always surprised me. Yeah, no, I think he did give him a violin. That's great.
So, folks, in honor of nurturing our creative inner body, because it's not something, well, it is something we can express through our physical bodies, but just in closing, if everyone can grab their I am phones, and just take a second and look at it and see if there's either one section or one line that stands out to you, that you like, that you think is funny, that you, or that like really sums something up about you. We're going to have one person start. I think Mary's volunteering, and she's going to choose a direction, and we're all going to read just a little section or line. You also can say pass if you want to pass. That's fine. But Mary's going to get us started.
So I said, I hope that I'm not too crazy.
Hold on. We have a little distraction happening back up here. Is everything okay, Chris? Yeah, that has been lost in so many places. Okay.
So I said, I hope that I'm not too crazy, and I said, I am.
Ryan?
Okay. This is like my favorite one I wrote. I said, I wonder what haven't we seen yet.
And no need to introduce it. You guys just say the line.
I dream about stories found only in books.
I understand what it means to lose someone you love.
I dream to live with no worries.
Say it one more time.
I'm unique.
I feel great.
I dream to be who I want to be.
Max.
I wonder how others see me.
I worry about the future. I am me. I understand that I can't be perfect. I say that team life should be the least of your problems. I am an artist. I want others to see me how I see myself. I understand when they do freedom. I hope that one day I'll know everyone. I understand you are who you are for a reason. I worry that people won't accept me as I am.
I worry about running over animals. I dream about my fears.
I wonder how many licks it takes to get to the center of Tootsie Pop.
I didn't hear.
I feel lucky.
I say I am the only person who has the ability to validate me.
I am one girl against an army, yet I can face more than an army if I believe in myself.
I wonder how to begin.
I hope to receive the love I give. I ask for direction so I can lead me.
I say exactly what I think, even when that's what the rest of them. I understand what we want or maybe what you can't always have.
I am a revolutionary. I try to be different.
I understand I'm not this. I understand that I'm different.
I wonder how many of my friends are completely alone.
I dream that my dreams come true. I understand we make mistakes. I say try anyway.
There's another one.
And then Mary says one more.
Again, I said, I wonder, are the Burger King and the Dairy Queen
And on that note, let's give Julie a big thank